And maybe I'm a little stronger too. So, hey, that's working too.
I mean, it's a lot of factors all at once. How many levers can you pull?
Everything.
We love that. And yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be me and you, which is cool.
Okay. All right.
Let's do the thing. All right, I'll count us down. Three,
All right.
2, 1. That's it. Start. It's a sleepy Monday. Sleepy Monday for me, anyways. But let's close our eyes. Sit up tall. Come across legged position that's comfortable for you. Let's take our 3 centering breaths together to start. So as you breathe in through your nose, sit up even taller, lengthen your spine, your shoulders rise. And as you breathe out through the mouth, let it be long, like you're blowing out a birthday cake for yourself with lots of candles. So love hearing the breath. Okay, let's breathe in once again. Let your chest expand. And for a second time, as you breathe out, control the breath. Continue to settle in. All right, last deep breath together now. Let's breathe in through the nose. And really just let it all go. And as you resume a normal breathing pattern, pick something around you to either pay attention to, whether that's the physical sensation of your breath, where it feels strongest, or just under your nostrils, above your lip. Maybe it's at your lips as you breathe out. Could be the hum of the fridge around you. Just pick something, pay attention to that as you continue to relax, getting ready to stretch and do yoga. Okay. Kind of like there's a ticking clock around. It's not something I have in my daily life. That's what I'm paying attention to. Okay, no matter what it is, just continue to focus in on that, relaxing even further. Okay, now this last little bit, I want you to do nothing at all, just be there, sit there. Let's take one last deep breath in and hold it at the top. And when you hear the singing bowl being played, exhale and open up your eyes. All right, hop off that block, water. All right, let's start with a sitting side stretch. Let's bring our hands up top and reach for the ceiling. I'm going to start on my right today. So plant that right palm on the mat. Left arm reaches overhead towards the upper right hand corner of the room. And pay attention where you feel that stretch all the way down the left side. And do one last little pull with that left arm. And then bring the right hand off the mat and towards the ceiling. Then let's come down to the left. Okay, same thing as you reach. Make sure your sit bones are planted and feel that stretch all the way down the right side this time. You continue to reach with the right arm, extending the stretch as much as you can. Then let's bring the left arm back up. Bring your hands back to heart center, and then we'll get a sitting spine stretch. Let's twist clockwise, pressing the left palm into the right knee. That right palm's pressing in towards the ground. And we're yawning, stretching, breathing. Okay. Continue to push with both palms. Feel your spine twist to the right. Then as you breathe out, let's unwind, coming back to center. And then let's twist counterclockwise. Okay, same thing, both palms are planted, pressing, turning. Yeah, I even feel that on the right side of my neck as I'm turning my chin in towards my left shoulder. All right, let's take one last breath here. Breathe out, let's come back to center. And then we'll get a neck stretch. So let's sit on the right fingertips, right palm. Reach over our head. Let's pull our head towards the left. And we're going to bring that right shoulder towards the mat. That's where we're sitting on the hand. Just feel the right side of our neck get long. And then you can play with your head. So rocking it back and forth, or forward and back rather. Finding any tight spots. Then give your head one last pull. You release the head. Let's hop on or sit on the left fingertips, pulling our head towards our right. And I'll rotate my head forward and back. Okay, my tight spot happens to be just towards the back, or rather at the front of my neck, but rotating my head back. And we're gonna have the cobbler pose next. So let's release, and then let's get the soles of the feet together in front of us. And knees are dropping down, thighs engaged. Ooh. This one's not very fun today. But let's lean forward. Okay, our backs are still straight. We're still in stage one. Pulling ourselves in towards our heels. And then you can round out your back for stage two. And your tips are reaching, reaching, reaching forward. All right, let's sit up and bring the knees back together. Let's stand up and get our hamstrings. Ooh. Okay. It's gonna be the wide stance. Go as wide as feels good. Legs are straight. Straight. Reach up towards the ceiling to start as we look up. And let's do our swan dive forward. And controlling it all the way down. Let's start by pressing our hands into the floor, pushing ourselves towards the back of the room. Okay. And then let's take it a little bit further. Let's fold our arms and rest our head on our forearms and rock side to side. Okay, if you feel like holding either side, and that works for you, feel free to do so. Otherwise, just continue to rock. Ooh. Oh, should have done this yesterday as well. Here we are. Oh, we're still rocking. All right, continue the hamstring stretch. So let's plant the right palm on the floor. Rotate our left arm up and turn your chin up towards the ceiling as well. Okay, give me one last push against the ground and open up the left side. And then as you breathe out, let's bring the left arm back down. Okay, let's get the left palm on the floor. Right arm is up in the air. Okay, let's see if we can even ourselves out. Opening up our right shoulder, our chest. Ooh. All right, let's bring the right arm down. Let's just dangle here for a moment before we straighten back up. So hanging out still. All right, let's do our slow 10 count. Let the head and arms dangle down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, let's do a standing side stretch now. Ooh, let the legs relax for a moment. So feet together, standing up tall. Let's slowly reach the arms back up towards the ceiling. And if I start on my left, oh, feel that. Okay. And then the groan and the yawn, not the stretch. But continue to reach the right fingertips. Oh, right hip. You definitely feel my right hip. And do one last reach from the right side. We'll bring the left arm up to the top as we drop right hand down, right arm down. Pick out the left hip. Oh. All right. Let's bring the right arm back up. We're going to bring our hands back to heart center. We're going to get our necks. So let's do a chicken wing on the right. So grabbing the left wrist. Let's drop the head down to the right. Ugh. Okay. Try to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Then rotate the head back as we look up. And then rotating the head towards the right as we look down. Then come back to the neutral position and then bring your head back to center. Let's get the right side of our neck. So chicken wings on the left, dropping the head down to the left. Now let's look down to start. Ooh. Rotate the head back, and look up. All right, back to neutral, back to center. Oof. All right, let's get the left arm behind the head. Let's get our triceps and our shoulders. And then we'll do another one for our hamstrings. Maybe another 2. Oof. Somehow feel this one in my neck. And then we're stretching our triceps. All right, let's switch arms. Grabbing the right elbow. Ugh. All right, let's release. Let's get the left arm across the top of our chest. Okay, give yourself one last little pull in the left arm. And then let's switch arms. Okay, let's release the right arm. And I'm keeping the legs where they are. Let's do something a little different. Hamstrings feel tight, so just gently reach towards the ground as far as feels comfortable for you, but try not to bend your knees. And then just swing your arms left to right, right to left. And just getting a little ballistic stretching for the hamstrings. Ugh. Think about making a semicircle with your fingers. Ooh. Ugh. All right, let's straighten back up, and then we're gonna get another one for our hamstring. So let's do the split leg hamstring stretch. Okay, I'm gonna start with my left leg out front. My heels are in line. I'm gonna reach up with my hands, and then swan dive over the straight left leg. Let's drive the right heel towards the front ankle. Okay, then drive that right hip towards the front ankle, get a little bit lower, hinge in the left leg. All right, let's bend the left knee and switch legs. Ooh. Right leg is out in front, right toes are facing forward, heels are in line. Arms are up, and we're gonna swan dive over the straight right leg. Okay, same thing, let's drive the left hip towards the front ankle. Ugh. All right, let's bend the right knee. Come on up. And let's do Malasana. So medium stance. Maybe heels are just a little bit wider than our shoulders. And then I'm gonna do the support version coming down. Hands are on my legs. Lowering myself down. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Breathe. Ooh. Starting to feel a little bit better. Side to side movement. All right. Hands are back in the leg and support myself coming out of it. Ugh. All right, let's come to the front of the mat. Let's get some moving options. So let's do our 2 sun salutations and then we'll start. So let's stand up nice and tall. Let's bring the hands up top. Okay, reach for the ceiling here. Shoulders out of their sockets a little bit. And then swan dive forward. Real slow in the first 2. Let's feel every muscle stretch out. And then let's come up to flat back. Let's just stay here for a few moments. Noticing where all the stretching is happening. Then as you breathe out, round out your back and reach towards your mat or towards the ground. And then eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive, nice and easy. Take your time. Hands are at the top. Okay, again, I said it's gonna be nice and easy, so let's swan dive back down, controlled, controlled, controlled. And we're reaching for the ground, reaching for the toes once again. And then up to flat back, hands are on my shins, my knee. We're hanging out here for a couple moments, just like the first one. And then as you breathe out here, rounding out the back, fingertips are back on the mat. And eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive. Okay, hands are back up top. Let's do all these nice and slow, just like we just did. So swan dive down. All right, come up to flat back. And then we're holding it for 2 counts. And then round out the back. Let's plant both palms on the mat and gently step back to plank. Let's hold our first plank of the day here. Instead of going to chaturanga, let's go to downward dog. Okay. Let's make sure our fingertips are spread in downward dog, pushing the floor away. Feeling our calves stretch out, driving the heels down. And then since our first downward dog of the day, let's bend the left knee and drive the right heel. Let's focus on the calves individually. Let's switch. All right, switch once again. Okay, and then back to the left one last time. So let's bend that right knee, push the floor away. And then let's get both legs straight and then come back to plank. Now we're gonna chaturanga down, all the way down, lie down on the floor. Let's do a cobra. So push your torso off the ground. Okay, you should feel that in your belly and your core. And let's look up, let's turn the chin up in this first one. Let's feel the front of our necks. Okay, give yourself a little more push with the hands so you can get a little bit further off the ground. And then as you exhale, come back down. Okay, very easy, gentle. And then we're going to do back to plank. Give yourself a little push up here. And then back to downward dog. And slow today. All right, let's bring the feet together. And let's float the right heel up into the air. Then we're gonna come into runner's pose. So swing that right leg forward. Get just you. Okay, and we're dangling our torso over the front leg or the right leg. Fingertips barely touching your mat. Okay, that's how high I want your torso off the ground. You should feel that in your right hamstring. And that's coming to runner's stretch. If you can, plant the palms. Maybe you're making a fist, holding yourself up. Come down to your elbows. That's great. Feel the stretch in the right leg. I know I do. All right. Let's come back into runner's pose. Runner's pose, fingertips barely touching the floor. And then reach the torso and arms up, coming into crescent pose. I'm gonna take off my pullover. Okay, hands off, arms are back up. We're in crescent pose, back heels driving towards the mat. Okay, right quad is beginning to become inflamed. But we're gonna breathe out and bring our hands to heart center. I'm gonna prayer twist on the right. And pressing that left elbow into the right knee. Your hands are stacked. Right elbow is towards the ceiling. And we're just hanging out here, feeling the stabilizer muscles do their thing. Okay, gently come back to crescent pose. So arms are reaching up. I kind of feel that my left hip flexor as well. And then as you breathe out, bring the hands back down very gently and plant both palms. That leg comes back to plank. Let's chaturanga down. Elbows are at your sides. Upward dog. Tops of the feet, palms of the hands. Okay, back to plank. You can add a push up here if you'd like. As we come into downward dog once again. Okay, we're still in downward dog. We're doing a slow variation this week. Let's see how this feels. All right, so we're gonna repeat that sequence on the left. So bring your feet together and then float the left heel up into the air and just hold it. Okay, maybe you can point your toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe it's just your heel, doesn't matter. And let's swing that left leg and plant it in front of us and come into runner's pose. So the left leg is holding you up. Fingertips once again barely touching your mat. Feel that in your left hamstring. And then let's come to runner's stretch. Okay, plant both palms, plant both fists on the right side of that left foot, left leg. And maybe you can lower yourself down a little bit further towards the mat. All right, let's return to runner's pose. Those fingertips barely touching the mat. Then bring the arms and torso up and really drive that back heel down towards the mat. You should feel your right hip flexor here. Front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Okay, let's make it burn. All right, let's bring the hands to heart center as we transition into prayer twist on the left. Okay, right elbow is pressing into the left knee. Maybe you're looking at a fixed point on your wall or your ceiling to find your balance. We're going to exit in 3, 2, 1. Let's bring both arms back up to crescent pose. Let's feel the right hip flexor, drive that back heel down. And then as you breathe out, bring the hands back down to the mat. Let's plant both palms, bring that left leg back to plank. Chaturanga down. Dog. Okay, back plank. Give me a push up if you'd like. Into downward dog. Whew. Let's do our warrior sequence at the same pace we've been doing our crescent pose. So feet together. Let's float that right heel up into the air. And let's swing that right leg forward and plant it in front. And bring the back heel down as you bring the arms and torso up for warrior 1. Let's add a sun salutation between the warrior 1 and 2. All right, so we're holding warrior 1. Let's bring the hands back down, back heel comes up. Let's plant both palms. Leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down. Do an upward dog. And back to plank, don't do a push up, but instead step your feet towards your hands. And then eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive, nice and easy. And then hands are at the top. You're gonna swan dive back down. Okay, we're taking the time. Hands on the shins or the knees for flat back. And then exhale, rounding at the back. Let's plant both palms, stepping back, plank. And let's chaturanga down to an upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up as we return to downward dog. All right. Feet together. Let's get the left foot up in the air. We're holding it. And then let's swing the left leg forward and plant it in front. And come into warrior one on the left. Okay, front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Back heel is on the mat. And we're reaching with the arms up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, bring the hands back down and that back heel off the mat. Let's plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank. And then we're going to chaturanga down or upward dog. Okay. Let's get our sun salutation. So back to plank. Step your feet towards your hands. And then eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. Enjoy that little stretch there. Exhale, rounding at the back, planting both palms, stepping back to plank and chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up if you'd like. Into downward dog. Okay, feet together. Float that right heel up into the air. Let's swing it on through. And come into warrior one on the right. Okay, find your foundation. Really plug into the ground. And warrior one. Right. And let's go warrior two, arms front and back. Your palms should be parallel to the ground. Your arms are just holding up your hands. We're just going to hold it for a moment. All right. Let's swing that left arm forward and up. We're turning into warrior one here. And then as you exhale, bring the arms back down, plant both palms, come back to plank. And chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up if you like. And then step your feet towards your hands. Do reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. Then exhale, round out the back, plant both palms, stepping back plank. And let's chaturanga down. Do an upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up if you like. Into downward dog. And then we're going to do the left side, warrior one to warrior two. So feet together. We're going to float the left heel up in the air. All right. Let's swing that left leg forward and plant it in front of us. Into warrior one. Okay, just like the other side, we're going to hold it here for a couple breaths. Really finding your foundation. Breathing, arms are reaching up. The left butt is beginning to build some stability. All right, arms front and back for warrior two. Okay, remember you want your palms parallel to the ground, both at shoulder height. And chin forward. And we're breathing. Okay, and let's swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. Then as you breathe out, bring your arms back down, back heel comes up, plant both palms, left leg comes back to plank. We want to step our feet towards our hands for a reverse swan dive. Arms at the top, swan dive back down. Ooh. Up to flat back. Exhale, plant both palms. Let's step back to plank. Give me a chaturanga down. Upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here. Into downward dog. Right. We're back on the right foot. So feet together. Let's float the right heel up into the air. Let's swing that leg forward, plant it in front, come into warrior one. All right, remember we're holding all these warrior poses for a little bit longer than we usually do. Trying something different. All right, arms front and back for warrior two. Okay, feels like a shoulder workout now. We're just holding up our arms. Now let's dip back into reverse warrior. Okay, reach as far as you can with those right fingertips towards the back of the room. And then back to warrior two. Okay, swing that left arm forward and up for warrior one. And then exhale the arms down, back heel comes up, plant both palms. Left or right leg comes back to plank. You give me a chaturanga down. Upward dog. Back to plank. Step the feet towards the hands. We're going to reverse swan dive. Hands at the top. Swan dive down. Okay, up to flat back. Exhale, rounding at the back. Okay, both palms. Let's step back plank. We're going to chaturanga down. Or upward dog. All right, back to plank. Give me a push up here. Into downward dog. We're back on the left foot now. So feet together. Let's float the left heel up in the air. Let's swing it on through and come into warrior one on the left. Whew. Okay. Square up the shoulders, make sure your torso is facing the front. Okay. Arms front and back now. We're holding warrior two for a few breaths. All right, let's dip back into reverse warrior. And we're reaching every last millimeter with the left fingertips. You can feel the stretch in your left side. Not putting too much weight on that back leg. Then we're going to transition back into warrior two. And remember those hands are about shoulder distance. I'm sorry, are at shoulder height. And let's swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And that left quad is feeling good. All right, let's breathe out. Bring the hands back down. Plant both palms. Let's chaturanga down. Do an upward dog. Let's hold this upward dog. Okay. Push the floor away. Get the neck away from the body, or the head away from the shoulders rather. And then come back to plank and then step your feet towards your hands. Let's do our reverse swan dive, eyes out. And we're at the top. And let's swan dive down. And the hamstrings are we feeling loose now? Up to flat back. Exhale, let's round out the back, plant both palms, step back to plank. Let's chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up here, and return to downward dog. All right, let's do our triangle pose, and that'll be the last of the warrior sequence on both sides. So feet together, let's float the right heel up into the air. Let's swing it on through. Plant it in front. Warrior one. Okay. This holding variation is a little different.
Whew.
Hurts more, hurts less. Okay, arms front and back for warrior two. I'm going to take a drink of water. Arms front and back. We're still in warrior two. Let's dip back into reverse warrior. Reaching for the back of the room with the right fingertips. And back to warrior two.
Whew.
Nice. And from here, let's reach our right arm forward as far as we can. We can reach no further. Drop that right hand towards the mat. Fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling, turning the chin up towards the ceiling. Think of your arms as a vertical line. If you can come down to the ground or the mat with your palm, great. If you're making a fist or on your fingertips, also great. And that right hamstring is just getting a nice workout today. We'll hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pop back up into warrior two. Let's dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Let's bring that right left arm forward up for warrior one. And then exhale, bring both hands down, plant both palms. Right leg goes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. Okay, back to plank, step the feet towards the hands, and then head up, reverse swan dive. And at the top, swan dive down. Okay, up to flat back. And exhale, rounding at the back, plant both palms, let's step back to plank. You may chaturanga down. Upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up if you're still with me here. Into downward dog. Okay, we're pushing the floor away. And let's do it one last time for the left leg here. So feet together. Let's float the left leg up into the air. And then swing it on through. Plant it in front as we come to warrior one on the left. Breathing. We're holding. Okay, arms front and back for warrior two. All right, let's dip back into reverse warrior, reaching for the back of the room with those left fingertips. Okay, so you can turn your head back as well. All right, arms front and back for warrior two. All right, we know what's happening, so reach forward with those left fingertips until you can reach no further. Drop the left arm down. Right fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. And you're supporting yourself with that left arm or left fingertips, left palm, turning the chin up towards the ceiling. That left hamstring, the whole left leg is just getting a beautiful workout. Breathing. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's pop back up into warrior 2. Okay, let's straighten up that left leg. Okay, breathe for respite from the stretching, and then bend the left knee, get back low in warrior 2, and then let's get back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior 2. Okay, we're almost home. Stay with me. We're holding warrior 2 for 3, 2, 1. Rotate the right arm up for warrior 1. It's the last warrior 1 for the day. So we're going to hold it from the 3, 2, 1, and then exhale. Bring the arms down. Plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down. Do an upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Let's step our feet towards our hands. Last sun salutation of the day. Eyes up, head up, reverse. Swan dive. At the top, give me a little reach for the ceiling. And then swan dive down. Notice how closely you can touch the flat floor now. Hamstring should be nice and loose. Up to flat back. Okay. And then as you exhale, round out the back once again, plant both palms, step back, plank, and lower yourself all the way down. We're going to do another cobra. So push the floor away. Let's get our core in the front of our body. And then turn the chin up and get the stretch all the way up through our neck, to our chin. Ugh. And let's do a bonus. Turn the head to the left and look back towards your left heel. Somehow that goes to my back. And then look back up. Okay, stretch goes back up to the neck, to the chin. And then turn your head to the right as you look at your right heel. Okay, and back, head's back up, gaze is back up. All right, and from here, gently lower your whole body down to the mat, control it. Think about everything you just did for the last 47 minutes. All right, from here, you can push yourself towards your heels. We're going to sit on the heels. We're going to come into a child's pose for a few moments. The slow variation works the body in a whole different way. We get less, yet somehow we do more. Bang for buck. Anyhow, connect the breath with your body. Every time you breathe out, relax further into your child's pose. All right, from here, we're going to come on our all fours. We're going to do a little cat cow. Pull up my mat, just so my knees are a little more comfortable. Okay, so knees and hands are shoulder distance apart. Let's do 5 breath cycles. Let's breathe in and bring the head bottom up. Your chest is down. And then exhale, let's round out the back and really push the floor away. Push the back up towards the ceiling. Untuck the back toes if you haven't already. And then inhale, head up for number 2. Exhale, rounding out the back. Okay. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Okay. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Don't forget to push off the ground with the palms. Okay. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head back down. Okay, last cycle here. Inhale, head up. And then exhale, head back down. That was the last one. And then come into neutral spine. So I'm gonna hop off, rounding up mat. We're gonna get our hip flexors next. So have a seat. We're gonna do our leg drops or knee drops, whatever you want to call them. Oh, and so plant soles of the feet a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. And then just drop both knees down. Go at your own pace. There's no wrong answer. If you want to hold one side, feel free to do so. Ooh. Doesn't matter how long you hold it, just do what feels good, do what feels right. I can describe where that stretch feels. It's just somewhere in my leg. It's somehow on the inside part of the knee, but then it comes on the inside part of the thigh to the outside part of my glute. I had to describe it, but I'm no science person. Ugh. Let's do a few more cycles, and then we'll get another one for our hip flexors. Let's do one more cycle. So I'm going to do my last one on to my left. All right, last one on my right. Ooh, there's a little cracking somewhere. I'm going to bring my legs back to neutral, and I'm going to go back on my left knee, plant my right foot in front. Okay, 90 degrees everywhere. Start by rotating your pelvis, your butt forward, your pelvis forward. In case you're feeling the left hip flexors, want to add the arm to pull the muscle from the top and the bottom. Feel free to do so. Ooh. You're going to reach the left arm overhead towards the right to really pull on that. Okay, we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm back down. Let's switch legs. Left foot's planted, rotating the hip forward, adding my right arm and reaching overhead and saying hello to the right hip flexor. Ooh. Okay, give me one last reach with that right arm. If your arm is overhead, give yourself one last push with the hip. And let's bring the arm back down, relax. All right, let's do our closing sequence. Or actually, let's do a glute stretch, and then a closing sequence. So have a seat. Okay, plant both feet in front of you to start, and then bring the right ankle onto the left knee. And then just push your torso towards your right shin. You should feel that in your right glute. Yeah, I know you're feeling it. Good or bad. Okay, to get more intense, see if you can bring your hands a little bit closer to your bottom. If not, perfectly good. I definitely feel the stretch, and I'm just sitting here I'm barely pushing. Feels great though. Hold it for another 10 seconds or so. Okay, give yourself one last push with the hands towards your shin. And then let's bring the right leg out and plant the right foot, and let's get the other side. So left ankle is on the right knee, pushing my torso towards my left shin. I'm definitely feeling my left. So 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the left leg out. Oh, and then from here, just extend your legs out in front of you, and then gently lie back. Okay. Somehow it's already been 56 minutes. We're gonna do our corpse pose. Okay, we're gonna go for 90 seconds. I want you to not move, just breathe. See how your whole body feels. Do a body check. Okay, close your eyes, get comfortable, but don't fall asleep. And then 90 seconds start in 3, 2, 1. All right, that was about 90 seconds. So let's reach the arms overhead. Okay, point the toes at the bottom, give me a nice morning stretch. Ooh. All right. From there, roll on to one side and rest your head right on your hands. Let's take an extra long one today in this position. Few moments for ourselves. Whichever arm is on top, plant that palm, push yourself back up to cross-legged position. Ugh. Sit down on my block. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. We're sitting up nice and tall, and close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, just soften your gaze. Let's do our 3 audible breaths. I love that you're not on mute. We can foam together. So, all right, let's plug our head up into the ceiling. Let's breathe in through the nose. Breathe out with some sound. All right, number 2, let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right, last one. Let's really make it count. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. All right, let's bring our hands to heart center. You can repeat after me if you want. May you have clear and kind intentions. Let's bring our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Bring our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communications. Back to our hearts. As always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste. Pause your watch.